What is up, everybody? As Jamie Josta from Hatebreed would say, another day, another vendetta. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? I want to set the record straight. I'm not in my car doing a stupid car vlog. I'm doing a serious vlog. Dumbass. This has just been a disaster. This whole Intellivision Amico bullshit. And I want to talk about a few things, and I want to set the record straight. Like it's some big serious thing, you know what I mean? First world problems with everything going on, you know, the Intellivision Amico. Or as DJ C would say, I want that Amico in the streets of Compton, you know? Whoop, whoop. Yeah, what a journey. Now let's just talk about the OG days of the Amico when we all thought it was going to be something. I'm talking the early days. Murray and J08, actually, believe it or not. The little old small channel, Murray and J08. One of the first content creators on YouTube. Brought both the Evercade, and I'll still say this to the day, both the Evercade, I was an Evercade supporter back when nobody knew what it was. No channel was covering it. Me and Blaze Entertainment used to be friends. We're big time on Twitter. I'm in the Evercade official magazine. I'm in the Evercade fan magazine. I'm on their site. Still good friends with all the guys. I'm good friends with a lot of the editors in the retro scene. Been there, done that. And actually, believe it or not, the same with the Evercade. The Amico. Now, when I got into the Amico, I knew nothing about how it was going to turn out in the end. What a disaster it was going to be. I was innocent. I really was excited. It had first got announced. And I was one of the first to ever have Tommy in an interview. I remember that stupid Pete, that OBGYN Pete, even got snarky at me and goes, holy crap, you got Tommy coming on your channel? Knew him as the Earthworm Jim guy, music, video games live guy. Was always a big fan of that. Being a huge fan of video game scores and video game soundtracks. So I thought, dude, this is cool. He contacted me, by the way. And I have an open platform. So in the day, I was very interested. You know, a lot of people are all saying, oh, the Retrobro is the go-to source. I never even heard of the guy, to be honest with you, till recently. How well did that pan out? So, thank God. He got the end when it was all shit. I was in the beginning when it was still like promising. He got in they all got caught on the bandwagon towards the end. I was in the beginning. So, you know, I used to remember putting up interviews and pumping up my channel saying, we got an interview with the CEO of Intellivision, Amico, and people used to all come on my channel saying, what is that? What is the Amico? Is this some kind of new retro? I'm talking about guys in the retro community going all on my comments saying, whoa, what is this? Whoa. So that's back in the day. So, you know, I was brought up Italian. I'm Irish, Italian. And I was brought up where you treat people the way they treat you back. You give respect to people that give you respect. And Tommy, in the beginning, was very respectful. So, why not? I gave him a platform to speak on. He was on an audio podcast of mine over on Apple and Spotify. He was a couple times. He was over on the Gaming Chitchat show. He was over on an old show called the Gaming Retro Rewind. He was on another podcast of mine, an audio podcast. So he would tune in from time to time. And it wasn't until later when, we started. I was one of the first on the internet to start realizing something ain't jiving right. And I would actually text him and say, Tommy, what's going on here? Then it was clear that this fucking thing wasn't coming out. I used to even give those guys advice. I used to say, listen, why don't you just do this? Look at the Evercade. Say what you want about the Atari VCS. First of all, the thing is out. They're putting their games on Switch. They're putting them out cheap. They're doing the right thing. They were stuck on that controller. They were stuck on making it an actual console. Keep the developers, make them put it out on Switch, put it out on other platforms, and the hell with the console. No. It's got to be done this way. That's when I knew this thing was never going to fly. Then reality had sunk in. So then they started, way after I was done with my coverage of the Amico, way after, they started these things called cults. Back when I was covering the Amico, there was no such thing as cults. There was no such thing as a cult. That came way later. So they all caught on the bandwagon. So then once all these cults started, that's when they started giving Intellivision a bad name. I gave him professional interviews. He even used to write me saying, man, you're a professional dude, man. Nice, talking back and forth. We used to do audio. And I used to talk with all the other guys, too. And I have done interviews in the past. I used to do E3. I used to do E3 coverage. I've been around the block. I'm not like these guys. These cult people that... This is probably the first excitement in the gaming industry they ever had. So to them, this was a big thing to get a guy like this on, and they probably just covered it to cover it. That's when things started getting really messy by the time they all started covering this damn thing. That's when we already had known it was a waste. It wasn't going to even come out. And, friendships don't mix with businesses. I can tell you that right now. Families don't either. Trust me. So I've been doing radio DJing. I've been doing podcasting. I've been doing, these cult people, stick to doing vlogs in your car. Put it that way. It's a shame. I wish these people the best. I wish the damn thing would come out for people that really want it, that really want to enjoy it. God bless you. You do you. But, man, there's so much out there. There's so much that is already out there. The Switch is killing it. There's so much in the eShop. Everything's covered, And that's one thing, somebody had said to me on my podcast, my Pixel Corner, Sean, why do you think that, the Coleco Chameleon and all the Ouya, why do you think these systems never either come out or they just don't make it? And it's because there really is no need. It's covered everywhere else. There's access to these games. And, when I read about the price increase and the price increased again, and they got this moron CEO, Phil Adam, I just said, what a shame, man. What a fucking shame. What a shame. It's like kicking you when you're down. So, you got a better chance of putting a 3-year-old in charge than that Phil Adam. What is it, 600 years or whatever combined experience? Put all their brains together and you wouldn't get an infant. So, that's sad. And I don't even want to go into the cult people, the cult members. If you put all their brains together, feces on the ground has more brain. So, especially these people that invested money They're just morons. They deserve everything they're getting. Sure, they're all turning now. Sure, they're all fucking turning it around and backpedaling. Yeah, because you don't want to look like an idiot. You want to save face. You want to save your channel that's dedicated 100% to the Amico. You're dedicated to the Amico. What other purpose did your channel have? It had no purpose. You know? So what purpose do you have? You have to backpedal on it now because you would have no channel. You would wind up like Pete. That idiot. So that's my whole history with the company and what I think is going on now and what I think about the people and what I think about the idiots that are still covering it. The one or two people that are covering it. Mostly it's just people covering the drama. And, you know, it's a shame. It's sad. We never want to see this happen. You know, we never want to see anything fail. And we don't want to see people lose business and lose jobs. And, you know, that's not cool. Especially, you know, we want the gaming industry and the gaming community to keep growing. And if there's more competition, and there's more competition to the big three, that's awesome. But I don't think there will be. Because, again, it's covered. You know, Nintendo Switch is doing really good with all that. And, you know, they got all that covered. But when I heard about that price jump, that was it. That was it. I mean, what the hell, man? Really? Thank God I never fell for any of that stuff as far as buying the physical products or any of that stupidness or investing. I could have gave them 50, 30, 40,000. Thank God. Thank God. I knew better than that. Then, I mean. So, you know, might as well give Angry Joe money for his board games. Those came out, didn't they? Remember all that stupidness? Another stupid scammer. I got to return my Ebeggars and Moocher series because if I return that, you motherfuckers are going to know what's up. I hit hard. But mostly back then when I was doing that, it was mostly about Phil. It was about DSP. And I had long relations with him back in the day. You know, I knew all about him. That's how come I knew so much about him. You know, you got to be in it to know about it. And I've been on both sides of the fence. I know about it. You know. It's the gaming industry, the gaming community is tough. We are tough. We want the best. We want it now. We want it all. And it's a hard thing to compete in. And especially when you're a kind of company that just keeps delaying things and delaying things and delaying things and delaying things. How long do you honestly think you're going to be able to do that and sustain, especially when you've already had all the funds? What did you do with your money? You had the funds. You had the money to put this out. And now you're backtracking from the very beginning. You're unboxing a box to send it out to Hans Ippish to get money. What money? You had it already. These things should be on the freaking belt, being made in mass production. And, you know, now you're seeing on the internet, you know, all these goofball backpedalers driving in their cars, in their hot tubs, and they're trying to save their face. They don't have a choice. You have the occasional idiots that have no brain, like the ones that put out music albums that people with a lobotomy have more of a brain. You're going to probably always have them, you know? But now we pity them. We pity them. It's sad. We got so much coming on the channel, guys. It's just, covering this is just getting ridiculous. There's so much more to cover now. Gaming news. Great games coming out. I got my Twitch channel in full effect. And I got my Evercade podcast that's going back in full force. We got the Evercade magazine. I'm actually featured in the links on the website. So, very cool. Very cool stuff. And can't wait for the future of the Gaming Chitchat show and many other shows and many new shows coming. And I'm sure we're going to be still tracking this right to the end. Like Pat and Ian. It's like watching a train wreck. Feel sorry for them after this is all over with. They're going to have to get new topics, those guys. Take care, everybody. Murray out. Be safe. Always loved you guys. I really did. Ever since you were little.